Ladies and gentlemen, today we are stepping into a machine so strange, so futuristic, and so ahead of its time that even modern minivans look at it with jealousy. Meet the 1936 Stout Scarab Wagon, a vehicle that looked less like a car and more like a rolling science fiction lounge built for wealthy eccentrics who probably drank martinis before breakfast and called jazz too aggressive. When this thing appeared in America during the Great Depression, people stared at it the same way. Neighbors stare when somebody installs a hot tub before repairing the roof. The Scarab did not simply arrive on the road, it landed there like an alien diplomat wearing white wall tires. The Stout Scarab was created in the United States by William Bushnell Stout, an aviation engineer, inventor, and dreamer who clearly looked at ordinary automobiles and thought, "No, this is too normal." His background in airplanes heavily influenced the Scarab, which explains why the vehicle resembled something capable of taxiing onto a runway at any moment. Introduced in 1935 and officially produced beginning in 1936, the Scarab arrived during one of the toughest economic periods in American history. Most automakers were focused on survival, affordability, and conservative styling. Meanwhile, William Stout walked into the room carrying sketches of a streamlined luxury people mover that looked 30 years ahead of its era. It was an incredibly bold move. While most Americans still viewed station wagons as wooden utility vehicles for large families or hotels, the Scarab proposed an entirely new idea, the automobile as a mobile living room. Only around 9 Scarabs were built between 1935 and 1939, making the vehicle one of the rarest production automobiles in American history. The name Scarab itself came from the sacred beetle of ancient Egypt, symbolizing rebirth and movement. Honestly, naming a futuristic car after a beetle sounds risky today because half the internet would assume it was an electric crossover subscription service. But in the 1930s, it sounded exotic and sophisticated. Unlike traditional luxury cars of the era, which focused heavily on long hoods and formal styling, the Scarab emphasized interior space and passenger comfort. Stout believed people should interact inside the car the same way they would inside a home or office. Instead of using the classic front-engine rear seat, layout common in American cars of the period, the Scarab placed its Ford-supplied flathead V8 engine in the rear. This 221 cubic inch engine, equivalent to roughly 4 liters, produced around 95 horsepower. By modern standards, that sounds modest, but during the 1930s it provided respectable performance for a luxury vehicle weighing approximately 3,300 pounds. The rear engine layout allowed engineers to maximize cabin space, giving passengers a completely flat floor and open interior arrangement. The Scarab measured roughly 193 inches long, about 16 feet or 5 meters, with a wheelbase near 135 inches or 3 meters. Its tall roofline created remarkable headroom compared to conventional sedans. Honestly, standing beside one today feels less like approaching a vintage car and more like meeting the grandfather of every modern minivan ever built. The chassis design also borrowed heavily from aircraft thinking. The Scarab used a tubular steel space frame covered with lightweight aluminum body panels. This reduced weight while maintaining structural rigidity, an advanced engineering concept uncommon in mass-market automobiles of the era. Independent suspension at all 4 corners helped improve ride comfort, while aerodynamic shaping reduced drag and road noise. Inside, passengers enjoyed one of the most flexible cabins ever designed before World War II. Seats could swivel, move, and reconfigure depending on passenger needs. A removable table transformed the cabin into a mobile office or lounge space. Essentially, William Stout invented the luxury executive van decades before businessmen began pretending they needed Wi-Fi to answer emails from golf courses. The design philosophy behind the 1936 Stout Scarab was almost frighteningly futuristic. William Stout did not believe cars should merely transport people from one place to another. He imagined vehicles becoming social spaces, mobile lounges, and rolling offices long before society even invented drive through coffee addiction. While ordinary sedans of the 1930s trapped passengers inside upright seats with tiny windows and massive engine tunnels, the Scarab offered openness, flexibility, and comfort. The panoramic windshield, smooth curved body, hidden running boards, and flowing aerodynamic shape made it look decades ahead of competitors. In many ways, it predicted the DNA of the modern minivan, luxury van, and even certain electric people movers we see today. One of the Scarab's most fascinating details was its almost organic styling. The body flowed continuously from nose to tail, without the harsh separations common in pre-war automobiles. Instead of sharp edges and giant exposed fenders, the Scarab embraced rounded forms inspired by streamlining and aviation. The vehicle almost looked alive. My neighbor Bob saw a photo of one and claimed it was secretly based on UFO technology hidden by the government. In 1936, inside, the Scarab focused heavily on human interaction. Passengers could face each other, talk comfortably, and move around the cabin more naturally than in traditional cars. This was unheard of during an era when most automobiles treated rear passengers like luggage with opinions. Wealthy buyers, executives, architects, and celebrities appreciated the Scarab's uniqueness, though its radical appearance scared conservative customers who preferred cars that looked normal. And honestly, humans still fear anything too futuristic. Compared with vehicles of its time, the Scarab stood almost completely alone. During the mid-1930s, luxury automobiles from Cadillac, Packard, Chrysler, and Lincoln focused on prestige, chrome, and massive front-engine proportions. The Scarab ignored tradition entirely. Its closest spiritual relatives would not arrive until decades later with vehicles like the Volkswagen Type 2 microbus, Chevrolet Corvair Greenbrier, and eventually the Chrysler minivans of the 1980s. Financially, the Scarab was also positioned far above ordinary automobiles. When new, the vehicle reportedly cost around $5,000 in the late 1930s. Adjusted for inflation, that equals roughly $110,000 or more today, depending on calculation methods. In other words, this was never meant for average buyers. At high-profile auctions such as RM Sotheby's, restored examples have sold for well over $1 million, with certain cars reaching approximately $1.7 million depending on provenance and condition. The Stout Scarab was not simply a car. It was a moving vision of the future created during one of the hardest economic periods in American history. That kind of courage deserves applause, even if the vehicle itself sometimes resembles a luxury jelly bean speeding toward a jazz concert. Huge thanks to the sponsors of this channel, our legendary subscribers, supporting these automotive deep dive. Without you, Timmy would probably try building his own future car out of patio furniture and shopping carts, while Bob hid in the basement wearing a helmet made from kitchen foil because he heard artificial intelligence might steal his crossword puzzles. Take care, friends. Stay curious. And remember, if your neighbors laugh at your strange automotive project today, you might simply be 50 years ahead of everyone else. Just maybe avoid explaining your ideas after 3 beers at midnight. Trust me on that one.